Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video we will show the question of code forces on the lead game. So the question says that the game of billiards involves two players knocking three balls around on a green bice table. Well, there is more to it, but for purpose this is sufficient. Then the game consists of several rounds, and in each round, both players obtain a score based on how well they play. Once all rounds have been played, the total score of each player is determined by adding up the score in round, and the player with highest score is declared the winner. And the main uh, the main highlights of the question is the cumulative score. So the question says that uh, there is two player 1 and 2, and in each cases of the loop, player 1 and player 2 uh, gives and two numbers. So if in each case we check that if we check the cumulative frequency of 1 and 2, and if the difference between the cumulative frequency at ith index, means at ith loop of 1 and 2 is greater than the lead number, then we update the lead to the difference. Means the question says like here is the output, and the question says that at first round the cumulative frequency of 1 will be 140, because before that no numbers is there, so cumulative frequency is 140 and the player to cumulative frequency is 82. Then here player 1 greater than player 2 score, then the leader will be player 1, and the lead will be the difference between the 1 and 2, which is 58. And at the second round, here player 1 score is greater than player 2, so again the leader will be player 1, and the cumulative and up to round the cumulative frequency of 1 will be 229, that is 140 plus 89, and for player 2 is 82 plus 134, that is 216, and the cumulative frequency up to round 2, the difference of cumulative frequency up to round 2 will be 13, and which is not greater than the previous lead. So again, so the lead will remain the previous one, and this go until the nth round. So this is our question, and the question says that there is player 1, let me take this player 1, and there is player 2, and up to I round, means up to, let's suppose last round, the cumulative frequency of 1 is C1 and the cumulative frequency of 2 is C2. If C1 greater than C2, before that we take that if the cumulative frequency difference of cumulative frequency is greater than the previous lead, then the new lead will be the difference of cumulative frequency of 1 and 2, and if 1 greater than 2, then the player will be 1, and else the player will be 2. So here is our code, like we take n, the number of round, and we take sum 1 sum 2 as 0, as it is the cumulative frequency at the starting, which is 0, and we take mx equal to 0, which is our lead, and before the starting of round we take player 1 player equal to -1 means it is not start till now, and we run loop n times means n round, and each round we take w and l the score by one player 1 and player 2. Then we calculate the cumulative frequency, that is the number, the sum of the number up till ith round, ith round, and then we check that if the cumulative frequency of 1 is greater than 2, then if it's yes, then we check that if the difference of sum 1 and sum 2 is greater than mx, which is lead, means the new lead will be the difference, and like we showed that someone greater than sum 2 means the player will be 1, and else means if sum 2 less than someone, sum 2 less than someone, then we check that if sum 2 minus sum 1 is greater than mx, then new lead will be sum the difference between sum 2 and sum 1, then at that case the player will be 2, and this run until nth round, and at the last we fill in the player and the lead. So let's run the code. Okay, it passed. Then we submit. Okay, it passes the test cases, so means our code is correct. So this is all for today. Thanks.